Hi there, my friend. Welcome back to our channel. There is a truth that often goes unnoticed in the world we live in today. No one truly knows what happens behind the pretty face, the radiant smile, the flawless appearance, the air of confidence. To the casual observer, life seems effortless, perfect even. But appearances, as we all know, can be deeply deceiving. We live in an age that has mastered presentation. Filters, angles, curated moments, carefully worded captions, all designed to tell a story of control and success. We have learned how to look strong even when we are unraveling. We've learned how to say, "I'm fine," with a convincing tone, even when our hearts are breaking. And over time, the mask becomes so familiar that we almost forget who we are beneath it. While behind every smile, behind the carefully styled hair, the designer clothes, or the poised posture, there is often a story of silent suffering. Heartache, fear, insecurity, emotional wounds that are carefully concealed day after day. People carry burdens invisible to the world, wearing masks that hide the rawness of their pain. Some carry the weight of unmet expectations, the crushing pressure to be something they were never meant to be, while others live with the ache of loss, a marriage that didn't survive, a child who drifted away, a dream that quietly died. There are those who battle anxiety in silence, smiling in public while their thoughts rage at night. And there are people sitting in church pews, in boardrooms, in classrooms, who feel profoundly alone in a crowded room. And what makes this reality even heavier is that many feel they must hide. We live in a culture that celebrates strength, but often has little patience for weakness. Vulnerability is admired in theory, but avoided in practice. So people learn to suffer quietly. They learn to cope rather than heal. They learn to perform instead of be known. And here's the tragedy. The very masks people wear to protect themselves often become the barriers that keep them from receiving help. When we hide our wounds, we deny others the chance to love us fully. When we pretend we're okay, we isolate ourselves from the very grace we need. Scripture reminds us that God sees beyond the surface. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. God is never impressed by polish. He is drawn to honesty. He is not moved by how well we hold it together, but by how willing we are to bring our broken pieces to Him. Jesus Himself consistently looked past appearances. He saw the shame behind the Samaritan woman's questions. He saw the fear behind Nicodemus' religious knowledge. He saw the longing behind Zacchaeus' wealth. And while others judged what was visible, Jesus addressed what was hidden. And He still does. Many of us are exhausted not because life is hard, but because pretending is hard. Carrying a mask is heavy. Smiling through pain drains the soul. Eventually, what we conceal begins to consume us. Unacknowledged pain doesn't disappear, it settles. It shapes how we think, how we love, how we respond. What we bury alive eventually speaks through anger, withdrawal, bitterness, or despair. There is also another side to this truth. Because we don't know what others are carrying, kindness is never wasted. That person who seems distant may be overwhelmed. That person who seems irritable may be grieving. That person who seems confident may be barely holding on. When we remember that everyone is fighting a battle we cannot see, compassion becomes our default posture. The church, especially, must be a place where masks are unnecessary. A place where people are not valued for how strong they appear, but for how deeply they are known and loved. Healing doesn't happen in hiding, it happens in the light. Not the harsh light of judgment, but the gentle light of grace. God never asks us to impress Him. He invites us to be honest. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Notice the invitation is not to the strong, the successful, or the put together, but to the weary, to the burdened, to those tired of carrying what was never meant to be carried alone. And maybe today the truth is this: the pretty face is tired, the radiant smile is strained, the confident posture is compensating for fear, and God already knows. You don't have to convince Him, you don't have to hide from Him, you don't have to earn His compassion. He meets you exactly where you are, behind the smile, beneath the appearance, within the struggle. The most courageous thing a person can do is stop pretending, to admit, I'm not okay, to allow God and sometimes others to see the real story. Because healing begins when the mask comes off. Freedom begins when honesty replaces performance. And hope begins when we realize we were never meant to carry our pain alone. So let us be gentle with one another. Let us be patient. Let us be real. And above all, let us remember, what we see is never the whole story, but God sees it all, and He still chooses to love. If this message described you, don't click away. I want you to watch this next one. You don't have to carry this alone. Let's keep walking together.